In the summer of 2027, the rollout of a next-generation vaccine intended to provide unprecedented health protection triggered an unforeseen side effect. Some adults experienced dental regression. Their permanent teeth fell out, and baby teeth re-emerged. Initially scattered, the reports soon coalesced into a global public health crisis. Doctors discovered that it wasn't merely a dental issue. The vaccine had activated a cellular reversal pathway, reverting adult oral tissues to a baby-stage biological structure. Supermarkets, clinics, and hospitals were flooded with desperate cases, and public panic spread rapidly. Scientists scrambled to explain the phenomenon. The vaccine's nanoparticles, designed to boost immune response, had unexpectedly awakened a genetics, which known as the embryonic reactivation gene cluster. These genes, normally shut off after birth, were erroneously triggered in some individuals, causing cells to revert in differentiation. Teeth, bones, skin, and even certain organs displayed signs of reverse aging. While in a few rare cases these changes had seemingly beneficial effects, the vast majority of affected adults endured intense suffering. Dental reports revealed that adults undergoing tooth regression experienced severe pain, loss of permanent teeth, and the growth of baby teeth, creating speech impairments and chewing difficulties. Many suffered malnutrition and weakened immunity due to compromised oral function. Dental departments were overwhelmed. Special tooth reversion syndrome clinics were set up. Frequent structural changes made conventional treatments like dentures or braces ineffective, driving costs sky-high and overwhelming healthcare systems. Even more disturbing, the reversal extended beyond teeth. Affected individuals reported changes to skin texture, fingernails reverting to infantile forms, and early development cellular structures appearing in internal organs with subsequent functional destruction. Psychologists noted that impacted individuals suffered from cognitive confusion, anxiety, and identity crises, leading to stigmatization and marginalization. Society split between reverters and normals, as fear and prejudice took hold. Countries around the world launched emergency investigations and support initiatives. The World Health Organization (WHO) formed a special task force to assess vaccine design risks and coordinate national responses. Vaccine manufacturers were bombarded by public outrage, accusations of ignoring genetic activation side effects, plummeting stock prices. Then lawsuits proliferated. The scientific community was sharply divided. Some called for halting all vaccine development to re-examine genetic safety, while others argued the overall benefits outweighed risks and advocated for continued refinement. Economically, the dental care and oral hygiene markets exploded. Sales of traditional toothpaste and toothbrushes surged, alongside demand for advanced oral-health devices like nano-repair systems and smart gum-monitoring gadgets. Insurers quickly revised policies to include coverage for reversion syndrome, but rising claims and costs followed. Social resources were reshuffled, and healthcare expenditures added significant strain to national budgets. Culturally and in the media, reactions were complex. Some artists depicted the return to baby teeth as a symbol of human vulnerability and rebirth, producing paintings, films, and literature on the theme. Meanwhile, internet platforms were flooded with horror videos and conspiracy theories claiming the vaccine reversal was an experimental elite engineering project, further undermining public trust in technology and fueling protest. Governments attempted to assuage fears through public science campaigns, but misinformation and information overload made the situation increasingly chaotic. Education systems felt the impact too. Health curricula in schools were revised to include genetic risk education and vaccine safety discussions. Parent communities became polarized. Some vehemently opposed further vaccinations, while others supported scientific prevention. Teens responded to reverters ambivalently, showing empathy in some cases, derision in others. Bullying incidents surged. Mental health counseling and social inclusion programs became urgent new demands for school administrators. Politically, the vaccine crisis became a flashpoint. Opposition parties leveraged the reversion syndrome to criticize governments for approving vaccines hastily. Supporters hailed the move as unnecessary defense against emerging threats. In some countries, vaccine-related debates fractured elections and triggered protests. International cooperation on vaccines was strained. Public health diplomacy was undermined by distrust. Even The Simpsons once featured a humorous episode where a character sprouted baby teeth and encountered embarrassment and confusion. That comedic exaggeration is now frighteningly close to reality and may well be humanity's greatest challenge. By late 2028, the impact of the vaccine reversal had grown even more complex. Scientists identified that ongoing baby tooth growth and loss of adult dentition radically altered oral microbiomes, leading to severe gum disease and oral infections. Traditional antibiotics and treatments offered limited results, pressuring the medical community to accelerate development of manipulating-based bio-repair techniques to restore healthy oral ecology. Yet perhaps most troubling in some individuals, the reversal extended to bones and muscles, which regressed to juvenile states, reduced bone density, and mature muscle fibers. This caused reduced strength, poor coordination, and limits on daily functioning. Families and society faced huge burdens. Demand for care and rehabilitation services surged, and medical resources further stretched thin. Psychological crises deepened. Many felt identity loss, emotional anxiety, even cognitive fragmentation. Global mental health services launched emergency intervention projects, but stigma and discrimination persisted. Reverters excluded from workplaces and public life, and social divides widened. Governments faced immense challenges. Vaccine manufacturers were forced to pause certain non-vaccine lines for thorough safety audits. Regulators tightened approval standards. Meanwhile, traditional vaccination schedules stalled, compromising disease prevention and raising public health risks. Political polarization intensified. Vaccine reversal became a central issue in elections and policy debates. Anti-vaccine protest and unrest erupted in several nations. Tech and biotech sectors entered a new race to find treatments. Gene editing, stem cell therapies, and AI-assisted diagnostics became frontiers. Some biotech firms claimed breakthroughs developing an anti-reversion agent intended to reactivate adult tooth genes and restore normal development. Yet these therapies remain experimental, laden with ethical and safety concerns. On the societal-cultural level, the reversion phenomenon sparked widespread reflection. Artists and writers explored the mutation of the human body and identity through various media, highlighting tensions between technological advancement and moral responsibility. Online communities emerged to share experiences and support reverters, while extremist and conspiracy groups spread fear and calls for violence. Education systems strengthened curricula on life sciences and technology ethics, promoting scientific literacy and civic responsibility. Global economic structures shifted. The healthcare and tech industries expanded dramatically, with companies focused on reversion treatments skyrocketing in value. Insurance markets underwent drastic restructuring. Traditional life and health insurance models were upended. Labor markets were disrupted, productivity declined, and many industries pivoted toward automation and smart systems. Social welfare systems buckled under pressure. Wealth gaps widened further. As Lisa Simpson once said, science is supposed to be our friend, but when it changes who we are, we must remain vigilant. This simple warning has become reality. The vaccine-induced dental regression is more than a medical anomaly. It is a warning about the path of civilization and technology. The future will test humanity to find a painful but hopeful equilibrium, and for now, the answer remains unknown.